Picking back up in week 14, the upper body activation segment, we're going to start here with the W. We've done a Y, we've done a T. So here's our W position right here. It's getting bent over, working through the shoulder blades. This is not intended to be a reverse fly or an inverted fly motion. Notice how tight the hands are. We're lifting through the elbow there and squeezing through the scaps. You can do that either based on time, 20 to 30 seconds, or you can rep it out 10 to 15 reps there for activation. Next move, we'll drop the dumbbells. We'll go to a trap L here. We use this early in training. This is going to be where your hand goes opposite the head. Again, driving through the scap in the back there as your head turns. And we'll rep that on both sides. And then finally, we'll go to the crab walk for activation here. Several things in play here. Want to open up the upper body, get that good thoracic extension. Glutes are turned on, core's turned on. You would take this 5 to 10 yards in reverse and 5 to 10 yards forward, or you can just set it on the clock for 20 to 30 seconds cumulative. And then we'll finish off our movement here. With movement, we're going to go much like the last week where we did the lateral reaction, crossover, cross center. This is going to be a linear reaction, crossover, cross center. So he's following a visual cue of mine. If I point him forward, there's your linear crossover forward. If I point him back, he's going in reverse. If I say go, he'll sprint opposite 10 yards. Now, had he been crossing over going forward, he would have turned and sprinted backwards 10 yards. Or you can have him just sprint in the same direction they're moving. That's your choice on that. As we move into week 15 here, we'll go to the wall with your flexibility work, starting with a half kneeling hip flexor. We'll take 1 foot forward, 1 knee down. We're going to create length. In this case on the quad, the flexor on the left side, glutes turned on, shifting forward there. Chest is big. I'd rep that out 8 to 10 times on each side. From there, we'll go on to a new Spider-Man movement. This is called the prone Spider-Man. And with this one, we're going to get a little more groin involved here. And notice here the hand position, foot position here, as opposed to the Spider-Man we've been doing. You got one side hand and foot close together, the other side hand and foot spread. He's trying to get his back trunk parallel to the ground here and maintain that. That knee is resting on the elbow to get more groin stretch as he glides forward. Again, you're going to get a lot more groin here, but you're stabilizing in the trunk while you advance forward here. If you got really advanced at this, you could also take it in reverse, but we'll stop with that for now. And the next one's going to be a Spider-Man shift and extension. So we're taking 2 segments of the Spider-Man series, the shift and extension, we're putting it back to back. So we'd shift forward and extend up, shift forward, chest up, and extend up, toe to forehead. There's your hamstring work. Shift forward and extend up. And we just keep alternating that on each side until we got to 8 to 10 reps on the right and then on the left. And then we'll go to the cross under lunge with an overhead raise. So in this case right here, his left foot's his base. He's going to point that left foot right at me. Cross under real big up top, keeping that front foot neutral, working through the hips here. And we perform that on the other side as well. Next, moving on to the ankle mobility with a little bit of calf and hamstring stretch as well with a rocking ankle pike here. So we'll wrap one leg, in this case the left over the right, relax. As we drive the heel down, we'll pike up to get stretch on that backside calf, in this case the right leg. There's the pike up, relax down, and pike up, 8 to 10 on both sides. Next we'll go back to the driver for the hip mobility. And this is going to integrate some thoracic mobility as well, the T-spine rotation. Now he would be listening for cues here. If I said, right leg linear, and we said outside rotation, that would be inside rotation. And then we go outside rotation over here. Again, outside would be to the leg side moving, inside would be inside just like that. And we go left leg linear, outside rotation. Left leg linear, inside rotation. We go right side lateral, outside. Always separating shoulders and hips, right side lateral, inside. Notice how the hips are locked in flexion. Left side lateral, outside. Separating shoulders and hips. Left side lateral, inside. Right side diagonal, outside. There's your turn. Right side diagonal, inside. Left side diagonal, outside. Good. Left side diagonal, inside. Now you would hit many more than just 1 rep per movement there, but that's an idea of how you'd cycle through that. Next, we'll drop the plate. Now for hip rotation, we'll go cradle walk here. Remember, grabbing at the ankle, getting that external rotation and pulling up, rotating, pulling up while maintaining posture as you do so. Doing a good job there of grabbing an ankle and knee while holding posture, rotating through that movement. Now we'll go to the T-spine rotation, which is also going to involve some hip and some ankles. We go to a squat position with the T-spine rotation. So we're going to bottom out with that squat to stand position. We're going to lock left and open right, working to keep the chest up as we rotate through, and we lock right and open left. You'd probably like to rep out maybe 6 to 8 on both sides, but the key is to achieve extension of thoracic spine first, the best you can, and then work for rotation. As we move on to upper body and activation, we'll go back to the dumbbells for the L. We've done Y, T, W, now the L. We'll take our bent over position, set the elbow and the shoulder at 90, just as you see there. And there's our rotation coming back externally there. And again, you can do this on the clock for 20 to 30 seconds, or you can set that up for rep base, 10 to 15 right there. But again, we're turning on those external rotators and the scapular stabilizers, making sure the scap stays set and that they don't hike up. Next, we'll move on to the band, back to the band for a vertical pull apart. We did a horizontal pull apart in week 13. So our vertical pull apart, we're going to start with our hands set fairly close together, pulling through the elbows, squeezing through the scaps as you come down, keeping the head in a nice neutral position. Again, there's the squeeze back there. And then finally, we'll finish up this activation segment with 1 of 2 options here. You can go stability ball body saw or slide board body saw. Here's the stability ball looks like. You're going to take a plank and then you're working out. Obviously, the more that you move the ball out in front, the more challenging it's going to be. And then for the slide board, if you want to use that, we just put a towel down there. You're going to take a very similar plank position, forearms down, and you're just sawing yourself back and forth there, working on that core stability, really working hard to prevent extension in the lumbar spine. And then we'll finish up here with our movement segment as we shuffle swing. Reaction, again, he'd be following my visual cue as I point in both directions. And when I say go, he would sprint opposite or the same direction. He'll sprint opposite here and go. Very key to keep good movement through the shoulder, good posture there while you're finishing that up on week 15.